그리고 걸을 때 붕어빵을 먹어요. 가을에는 맛있는 간식이 많아요.
Okay, so let's repeat everything together. Thank you so much for the like. Thank you, thank you. Can I give the answers in French? Yes, of course. It is no worries. So let's repeat everything together. I'm not sure if it is big enough if you guys can see well. Okay, so let's repeat everything together. 그리고 걸을 때 붕어빵을 먹어요. 가을에는 맛있는 간식이 많아요. So let me repeat a little bit slower for you guys. 그리고 걸을 때 붕어빵을 먹어요. 가을에는 맛있는 간식이 많아요. Okay, so let's translate everything together. We have 그리고. Does any of you guys remember what 그리고 means? If so, comment down below the answer if you remember what 그리고 is. Can we practice some reading in our sessions? Yes, of course. If you want to do that instead of particles, please let me know and we can do that as well. Okay, so what is 그리고? Comment down below what 그리고 mean in Korean. So I'm going to give you a few seconds for anyone that wants and try to guess what 그리고 mean. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. So I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it's 0. So you guys are correct. 그리고, you want to use that when you want to say and. However, most of the time it is placed in front of the sentence. So as you can see, it's starting in g. Sorry, my voice cracked at the same time. So it is starting in k. So most of the words starting in g are connectives. So what does that mean is that most of the time, okay, they connect multiple sentences together. So what does that mean is that here, okay, it means and, which means that it is still referring to the previous sentences. However, she wanted to add something more. That is why she added 그리고. Instead that her sentence is like 20 words long, okay, you can do that as well to cut your sentences in half and then continue with the rest of your idea. So we have 그리고 and we have 걸을. So 걸을 is originally, okay, a verb. However, in this context, it is put into a word. Does any of you guys know which verb that would be? Comment down below if you guys know which verb this will be. If you were there last Thursday, you might know what that means. Hi, hello, Stefan. Thank you so much for being here today. How are you doing? So does any of you guys know which verb is it from? So it is placed as a word. However, it is originally from a verb. Comment down below if any of you guys know the answer. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. How are you? I'm doing great. And you? I see the plane. So what this color would mean? Comment down below. I'm going to give you a few seconds to try and guess from which verb this is originally from. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so Tiff and Stefan were correct. So it is from the verb, I think it is korita, if I'm not mistaken. It is to walk. So there is two different verbs for walking, right? There is 걷다 and, oh no, I think it is from the verb 걷다, sorry, yes. So let me just double check. But I'm pretty sure this is from the verb 걷다 because when there is kind of a D right here, right? Under here, when you conjugate it, it changes into a 릴. So yes, this is from the verb 걷다, to walk. It's your birthday? Happy birthday, Stefan. Happy birthday. 생일 축하해요. 생일 축하해요. So happy birthday to you. I'm not going to sing happy birthday, but 생일 축하해요. Okay, so let's continue. But everyone can wish a happy birthday to Stefan, okay? So yes, here it is from the verb 걷다, which is to walk. However, when it is placed as a word, it can be translated to verbs ending in ing. So it would be like walking. And then we have 태. Does any of you guys remember what it means when you add 태, okay, in a sentence? Comment down below if you guys remember what it means when you add 태 in a sentence. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Does any of you guys, and thank you so much for the like, guys. Thank you. So does any of you guys remember what that means when you add te in front? I see a lot of good answers. I'm going to wait a couple more seconds in case anyone else wants to try and guess what this word means. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you guys are correct. It is when. C'est une particule. En fait, techniquement, c'est pas une particule parce que les particules en coréen sont tout le temps attachées à un mot, mais ici, c'est séparé. Donc, par exemple, si c'était myon, ça serait un particle qui veut dire aussi when or if, mais vu que c'est séparé, techniquement, c'est pas une particule. So, yes, you guys were correct. This one, okay, means when. However, you guys have probably seen before the particle, as I was saying, because someone asked, is it a particle? But in this case, it is not really a particle since it is not attached to another word. So for example, if it would have been 고르면, so you know if you had myon, it means when or if. So it has the same principle. So this one would be a particle, myon. However, 태, since it is separated, it doesn't have the purpose of a particle anymore. It's kind of on its own. However, like we have previously seen, the reason for the when is always before. So it would be like when walking. Okay, so when walking, so you wouldn't put the walking after the when. It's the opposite, because in English we say when walking, we don't say walking when. But in Korean it would be like walking when. Okay, so and walking when. We have 붕어빵. So does any of you guys remember what this is? So it is a type of food that we have seen last Thursday. So does any of you guys remember 붕어빵, what it is exactly? Does any of you guys remember what 붕어빵 means? What it is, the food, right? Comment down below if you remember. If not, I'm gonna let you guys know. Okay, so I will be putting in images that I will be searching in the meantime that you guys comment the answer. Okay, so comment the answer. What is 붕어빵? Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. 붕어빵. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you guys are correct. This is this little bread for anyone that was not there last week. So 붕어빵 is you have probably seen it before. It's kind of like a pastry bread that is in form of a fish, and inside it has some type of paste. The very popular one is the red bean one, but you can find custard, chocolate, a lot more flavors. I don't remember all the flavors. They also sell in like this, but it's not like the original version, right? So this is the version, and we learned last week that normally in Korea, it only sells during either spring or fall time. So you won't see it, you won't be able to eat it if you go in Korea in any other season than spring and fall time. Ice cream inside. This one doesn't have ice cream. It's more like a hot. It's like the best way to eat it is right when it comes out of the kind of oven grill, right? So when it's hot, it's the best way to eat it. So if you put ice cream inside of it, it might be like it would taste good, but it would be a terrible idea for your hands because you would get very dirty. But yes, I tried it with chocolate before. Yes, it's great. The ones with beans is very good. Yeah, you're totally right. Personally, I really don't like red beans, and I tried it while I was in Korea, and I was like, oh my god, this tastes amazing. Like, I would have gotten more than one, for sure. Okay, so let's continue. We have after that, so we know that 붕어빵 is the fish-shaped pastry. We have 먹고요, which is from the verb 먹다, to eat. So it's basically saying that, and, okay, when or while walking. I think it was Tiff that said while walking. That would work as well. Okay, so when walking or while walking. Okay, she ate 붕어빵을. So she ate the fish-shaped pastry. That would be how this sentence is translated. Also, if you guys have want to try and guess the meaning of those sentences, you can comment down below at any time, and I will let you guys know if you are correct, if you want to try and guess before we actually translate everything. And then we have 가을에는, Okay, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. 가을, does any of you guys remember which season is 가을? Comment down below if you guys remember which season is 가을. So it is basically the season of this video. So comment down below if you guys remember which season is 가을 in English. Comment down below, and if you guys don't remember the trick I gave you, I'm gonna give it again in a couple more seconds after you guys try and guess what 가을 would mean. So I'm gonna give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are correct. So 가을 is autumn, and a good way to remember it, okay, I'm gonna use this title below to help you, okay? So here it starts with ka, right? Ka, and here it's like an A. And autumn, I mean fall, it doesn't work. But if you look with the autumn, right, it starts with an A. So ka, autumn. So think of it, ka, when it's ka, it starts with an A, so it is autumn. So this is a trick that I found last week out of my head very randomly that might help you not understand, but remember better the seasons. Because a lot of people thought last week that 가을 was winter because it's 겨울. 겨울 is winter, which is very, very similar. But to make sure you don't mix those two, try to think, oh, it starts with an A, so it is autumn. Helpful. Glad to hear that it is helpful for you guys. That is my trick. There's a lot of delicious snacks in the fall time. Yes, that is correct as well. But hopefully my trick helps you kind of differentiating the both of them because they sound very, very similar, winter and autumn. So let's continue. We have here in this case, since we have the e particle, which is location or time, it would mean mostly in the season of fall. So you can say in the fall time, slowly remembering these. That is amazing. That is my goal. I try to repeat the same things again and again and again so that it sticks to your brain, because it might not stick the first time, but the more you hear it, the more it's going to stick to your brain. So hopefully after this live, you will remember with this little trick. So with the e particle, remember that it is a location or a time particle. So in this case, it means more like in the fall time, okay? Or in the season of fall. That can be how you can translate this part. We have 맛있는. So this is from the verb 맛있다, to be delicious. However, in this case, it doesn't have the purpose of a verb anymore. It's more of an adjective. So 맛있는, delicious. And then we have 간식기. So does any of you guys know what 간식기 would be? Comment down below if you guys know what 간식기 would be. Oh my god, Ria, you were correct. I just noticed that you are seeing the translation to the sentence. I am so slow, but yes, this is the translation to the sentence. You were correct. So 간식기, comment down below if you guys know what 간식기 is, if it's in front of 맛있는, which is delicious. Okay, so if it's in front of delicious, which is an adjective and it kind of complement this word, what would 간식기 would mean? Comment down below. Okay, 간식기. So it's kind of a synonym of 과자, right? 과자. If any of you guys know what this is a synonym of 간식. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. So comment down below. I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Tiff, you are correct. 간식기 would mean snack. So it would be delicious snack. And then we have 만나요, which is from the verb 만다, to be many or a lot. So it's saying that in the fall time, there is a lot of delicious snack. So that is how you can translate this sentence. So let me repeat the two sentences word by word, and then after that, we will jump to the next one. So we have and walking while or when the fish-shaped bread I eat. In the fall time, delicious snack a lot is. So that would be how those sentences are structured in Korean. So we will be jumping to the next ones. However, if you guys have any questions at any time about those ones, feel free to comment down below. Hello, thank you so much for being here today again. How are you doing? And thank you so much for the follow. So as I said, we will continue with the next one.
여름에는 보통 과일이나 아이스크림을 많이 먹어요.
Okay, so let's repeat that sentence together. 여름에는 보통 과일이나 아이스크림을 많이 먹어요. So let me repeat a little bit slower for you guys. 여름에는 보통 과일이나 아이스크림을 많이 먹어요. So if you guys know the translation to this sentence, you can comment down below. 안녕하세요. 어떻게 지내요? Okay, so let's translate everything together. Yes, I know Korean. Oh, that is amazing. Glad to hear that. So let's go with 여름에는. So 여름 is a season. Does any of you guys know which season it is? So we know that fall time is 가을. We know that winter time is 겨울. And then we know that spring is something and then summer is something. So you guys have two choices left. 여름, is it spring or is it summer? Comment down below, okay, if it is spring or summer. Comment down below. You have two chances of getting it right. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. So I give you a few seconds to try and guess which season is 여름. Okay, Stefan, almost correct. There is a small part that is not in your sentence, but overall, you got it right. Okay, so comment down below what 여름, which season it is. I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you guys are correct. 여름 is the season of summer. And once again, we have the NN particle. So technically, there are two particles. One is a location or time particle, and then the other one, right, is the topic particle. So it is basically saying in the summertime, okay, or in the season of summer, however you prefer to call it. We have 보통. So we have seen 보통 a lot of times before. Does any of you guys remember the meaning of the word 보통? So comment down below. If you remember, it is a word of frequency. Does any of you guys remember 보통? When is it? Comment down below. If you guys remember 보통, when it is. So it is a word of frequency. I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you guys are correct. It means usually. So it is in the summertime, usually. We have 과일, which is fruit, and then we have 있나. So 있나, we have seen that a lot of times before as well. So it is a particle, technically that means or like I keep saying, I would say 95% of the time it means or, and then 5% of the time it can mean and. But in most contexts, it means or. So it is saying fruit or 아이스크림을. So you guys probably guess, right, what this word is since it is technically from English. So 아이스크림. So this is the Korean way of saying ice cream, okay? And then we have 많이, which is once again from the verb 많다, to be many, to be a lot. So this one is quite easy to remember as it sounds almost the same as many in English. So 많이. And then we have 먹어요, once again, which is from the verb 먹다, to eat. So it is saying that in the summertime, usually, okay, you eat a lot of ice cream or fruit. So season time is the time for fruit and ice cream, basically. And then fall time is the time for 붕어빵 that we saw earlier. So let me repeat word by word. In the summertime, usually fruit or ice cream, a lot, eat. So this sentence was quite simple. So let's jump to the next sentence. However, if there is anything that you are not sure to understand about that one, feel free to comment down below.
하지만 가을에는 따뜻한 간식을 많이 먹어요. 저는 가을 간식을 정말 좋아해요.
Okay, so let's repeat those two sentences together. 하지만 가을에는 따뜻한 간식을 많이 먹어요. 저는 가을 간식을 정말 좋아해요. So let me repeat a little bit slower for you guys, those two sentences. 하지만 가을에는 따뜻한 간식을 많이 먹어요. 저는 가을 간식을 정말 좋아해요. Wow, that's a lot. Yes, oh my god, sorry. The sentences were cutting. Very sorry about that. I need to look at the screens more often. So these are two distinct sentences that we will get into very, very soon. So let's start with the first one. If any of you guys want to try and translate what those two sentences mean, you can try down below and I will let you know if it is correct. But I will be giving you also word by word what it means. So we have 하지만. Does any of you guys remember what 하지만 means? So it is once again a word of transitions. So does any of you guys know what 하지만 would mean? Comment down below what 하지만 would mean. I'm going to give you a few seconds to try and guess what 하지만 would mean. So I'm giving you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are correct. So 하지만 is but. Yes, that would be correct. However, it is not I, but everyone in general. So you are correct. 하지만, but, 가을에는, so we know that 가을 is fall time. With this particle, once again, that basically means in the fall time or in the fall season, okay? 따뜻한. Does any of you guys know the meaning? It is from the verb 따뜻하다. Does any of you guys know what 따뜻한 would mean? Comment down below. Technically, in that case, it has the purpose of an adjective which is related to 간식을. Okay, so what does 따뜻한 would mean? Comment down below what that would mean. It is from the verb 따뜻하다. And here in this context has the purpose of an adjective. So I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are doing amazingly. You got the answer correctly. So 따뜻한 is from the verb 따뜻하다, which means to be warm. So technically it is not to be hot. It is not to be cold. So it's like warm-ish. So it's like, just the right temperature. So warm. Okay. 간식을, we know it's snack. So it's basically saying fall snack, not fall snack, sorry. I read the comments of someone at the same time. Warm snack. And then we have 많이, once again, that is from the verb 많다, to be a lot, to be many. And 먹어요 from the verb 먹다, to eat. So it's saying that, but in the fall time, okay, they eat a lot of warm snack. So what's the most popular during fall time in Korea are warm snacks. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Okay, so let's continue with the second sentence just right here. So we have 저는, which means me. So you want to use that once again in sentences that are a bit formal. So sentences either ending in 요, 합니다, 힘니다, 섭니다. 성편 is yummy. I don't remember what that is. Can you comment down below what that is? For me, sometimes I have trouble with remembering the name of the food in Korean. But yes, I know most of them what they are. But if you want to comment down below what it is, I might get reminded of actually what it is. So 저는 me, 가을. So here in this case, she is talking about herself, but here she is talking generally. Okay, so 가을 once again, which is fall. 간식을, I don't know why I keep wanting to say 간식을, but it is 간식을, which is snack. 정말, does any of you guys remember what 정말 means? So we have seen it a lot of times before in my Korean study session. So if you remember what that is, comment down below what 정말 would mean. Comment down below if you guys know the answer, and especially if you guys know what 정말 would mean. Rice cakes, sticky, they're not a warm snack but very full. Okay, I think I know what that is. I might need to go look at the picture later on, but I think I know what that is. So, 정말, you guys are correct. It is really or very. So whenever you want to emphasize something, okay, you can use a word just like 정말. And then we have the verb 좋아해요, which is from the verb 좋아하다, which is to like. And if you guys remember, I keep saying that, but there is technically in Korean, we can say 3 levels of enjoyment. Does any of you guys remember what the 3 levels of enjoyment are? So this is not something that you will necessarily learn. It is something that I kind of invented because that makes sense. So if you guys have been there in my previous Korean study sessions, do you guys remember what are the 3 levels of enjoyment? So they're here technically 좋아해요 from the verb 좋아하다 is from the second level of enjoyment. Does any of you guys remember? If not, I will repeat it while I drink a little bit of water. First of all, thank you so much guys for the like. Thank you. So does any of you guys remember? I feel like none of you guys remember. Piff, you're not sure? Okay, so I'm gonna repeat it because you guys don't seem to remember it. Oh yes, you are correct. I never want to try. What is your name? Because it's very hard to pronounce, but I don't think you have ever told me your name. No idea. It's okay. I'm gonna give you the answer. The levels of enjoyment. It's okay, like love. Yes, you are correct, Delander. And I think you also remember because I think you are the one that told me enjoyment, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. And that is why I decided to call it like that, or something like that. I'm not sure. But let me tell you guys what are the 3 levels of enjoyment. So the first one, okay, which is the verb 좋다. So conjugated, it is 좋아. So remove the 해요, okay? 좋아. So it is to be good, something that is good. So it is the first level, okay? Something is good. It's like, it's good. It's not like the best, but it's not bad at the same time. Sometimes Korean people will also say 좋아 when they like something because it's good. Okay? So 좋아, to be good. Second level, 좋아해요, which is from the verb 좋아하다, to like something. So it is slightly higher than the verb 좋다, which is to be good. So it's one level up. And then the third level, which is like the maximum, okay, it's 사랑하다, which is to love. Most of the time you want to use that with people. It's very, very rare that you will use that for other things than people, but I still included it in the 3 levels of enjoyment. So the first one is to be good, so 좋아. Second level, to like, 좋아하다, 좋아해요. And then the third one, which is to love, 사랑하다. As simple as that. I agreed that 3 levels of enjoyment is a great way to explain it the day you came up with it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now I remember. But I knew you had something to do with it somehow. I didn't remember how, but I knew that, I think you are the one that made me confirm and continue with that one. So thank you for that, D-Lander. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. So hopefully it is helping you understand better when to use which category of words. So remember, to be good, okay, 좋다. Second level, to like, 좋아하다. And then third one, to love, 사랑하다. As simple as that. So here, it's basically saying that she personally, okay, really likes fall snacks. So that would be how you translate this sentence. So let me repeat those 2 sentences very quickly. And then after that, we will go to the next one. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. So, but in the fall time, warm snacks a lot eat. I fall snacks really like. So that is how Korean sentences are structured just right here. So let's jump to the next one. However, if you guys have any sentences, okay, about those ones of things you are not sure to remember, okay, or to understand, please comment down below. But for now, we will jump to the next one.
가을에는 단풍이 들어요. 그래서 나무들이 예뻐요.
Okay, so those sentences are very, very short, but let's repeat them together. So 가을에는 단풍이 들어요. 그래서 나무들이 예뻐요. Okay, so let's translate everything together. We have, once again, 가을에는, which is in the fall time. 가을, fall, 에는, which is basically in the, okay? So here we have the particle, location or time, and 는, which is the topic particle. So together it becomes in the fall time, which you can categorize that as generally, okay? In the fall time, generally. 단풍이, okay? So 단풍이, it would be, I think 풍이 is just leaves, and I'm not sure if like done with it makes it like yellow leaves, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just confirm that right here, because I'm not sure if it just means leaves or I think, yeah, it's just autumn leaves. So I guess that 들어요 is more like turning. Let me just make sure. Yeah, 단풍 is just autumn leaves. 단풍이 들다. But 들다 would be like to turn. So is it just they turn like fall leaves? Would that be correct? Let me just make sure. Yeah, so I guess that would just be like, technically in English you would call that turning yellow or red, but in Korean they would say like turning like autumn leaves. So I think this is kind of like an expression. So just 단풍이 on its own is autumn leaves, and then 들어요 would be to turn, which is from the verb 들다. It can also mean to listen, but in this context it doesn't mean to listen. Obviously, it's more to turn into. So it turns into autumn leaves, which in English you would call that as yellow and red. So it changes color. So in the fall time, okay, the leaves turns into yellow red, or the leaves turns into autumn leaves. Autumn leaves, specifically the change leaves, is how I understand it. Yeah, exactly. So it's like they turn into autumn leaves, which basically just means that they change color. Because in autumn, not every tree, but a lot of trees changes, their leaves changes of color. No, that doesn't make sense. The leaves is another color, basically. That is how you can say that. And then we have 그래서. Does any of you guys remember what 그래서 mean? So we have seen it a lot of times before. So if you remember, comment down below what 그래서 means. So as it is a word starting in 그, it means it is a connective word. So it connects with the sentence above in some type of way. So does any of you guys remember what 그래서 is? I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are correct. So 그래서, okay, I just basically gave you the answer, but it either means so, therefore, or in other words. Okay, so therefore or in other words, whichever you prefer to use. So I would say in this case, therefore, okay, we have 나무들이. So 나무, which is from trees. The so at the end always reminds me. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that for 그래서. They remember because it is ending in 서, which is very similar to so. So that can be another trick to remember what 그래서 mean. But personally, I don't use so because there is so many ways to say so that I get confused. So I prefer to use in other words. I'm a little bit more formal. I like to, have bougie words. Anyways, in other words, that is how I view it. But you guys can view it as however you prefer. So therefore, or in other words, whichever sounds the easiest for you. So we have 나무, which is tree. So 나무, tree. 들이, so I think in this case it's just like leaves, right? Together it might just be because I don't think let me just 나무, 들이. Does it come together? Let me just go on papago, but I'm pretty sure that no, I think no. I'm very dumb. It's just plurals. Just plurals. Okay, 나무, 들, plurals. Okay. So trees in generals. Oh my god, I was slow on that one because we have this verb that confused me above, but it's just plurals, okay, of trees. Why did I not notice? Anyways, plurals of trees. 예뻐요, which is from the verb 예쁘다, to be pretty. Sometimes that what's confused me the most is that, sometimes I think it's like a verb or something that is added to it, but it's just like the particle, like plural, Sometimes when you have too many things that looks the same, in my brain, it gets burned out. not burnout, but like confused, like, all over the place. But it's basically just saying plurals. Why did I went and search for a more, how can I say that? A more distinct response? Sometimes I look too much into it, I think it has a deeper meaning than it actually is. So trees, plurals, 예뻐요 from the verb 예쁘다, to be pretty. So trees are pretty. Yes, exactly, that is correct. So, okay, the trees are pretty because the leaves changes colors. So that is basically what that would mean. Okay, very sorry if I was a little bit slow, but sometimes it happens. Thank you so much for the like. Thank you. So we will be jumping to the next one. However, if you guys have any questions about those ones, please comment down below.
날씨도 좋고 단풍이 예뻐서 사람들이 소풍을 가요.
Okay, thank you so much for the follow and the like. Thank you. So let's repeat that sentence together. 날씨도 좋고 단풍이 예뻐서 사람들이 we have the same. 소풍을 가요. I have questions. Yes, of course. Go ahead. So let me repeat a little bit slower. I won't get fooled by this one right here. So let me repeat a little bit slower. 날씨도 좋고 단풍이 예뻐서 사람들이 소풍을 가요. So let's translate that one. It is hard for me to translate Korean, but I can read it fine. Is that bad? What do you mean? So you mean you're able to read it, but you are not sure, like when you read it, do you understand? Or it's just like you know how to read, but you don't understand the meaning? Because if, for example, you just read it and you understand completely the sentence without translating it to Korean, it's just your brain is used enough to Korean to not having the need to translate it anymore. No, I don't. Okay, so you don't understand the meaning? Okay. So in this case, if you are able to, read and correctly, but don't understand the meaning, I really, really recommend you to do the things that we do right now. So, right, you go over word by word to understand. You try to guess the meaning first, okay? And after that, you can use like this, that is not working today, but this plugin, which is called Language Reactor, and it will help you confirm if your sentence is correct or no. Then you can write down the words that you are not sure of and then practice them again. So I really recommend that you do maybe one sentence every day, and I assure you, like, you're gonna get so much better. I started to do that in January this year, and I feel like I have improved 20 more times, okay, the comprehension of Korean sentences than when I started in January. Reading it is great. That's a big step in learning Korean. Yes, exactly. So just being able to read it, correctly, that is already a big step. And now the next step is just to continuing with understanding, but you are already on the right track. Are you Korean or are you self-studied? So I am not Korean. I am a Korean student just like you guys, but I have been Korean. I have been learning Korean for about 3 years-ish now. So yes, I am a self-study Korean student. Anyways, so let's translate that sentence together. So we have 날씨. Where are you from? I am from Canada. So 날씨, does any of you guys remember the meaning behind 날씨? Comment down below if you guys remember what 날씨 means. So I was about to give you a hint, but I'm pretty sure that you guys will be able to guess the meaning behind 날씨. And also if you want to translate what the to adds to 날씨, right? Comment down below. I'm gonna give you the answer very, very soon, but if any of you guys want to try and guess what 날씨 would mean, or 날씨도, comment down below. I'm gonna give you the answer in a couple more seconds, okay? So I'm gonna give you the answer very, very soon. I'm gonna give you a few more seconds to try, okay, and guess the meaning behind that. So comment down below. I'm gonna give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you guys are correct. 날씨 is the word for weather, okay? Weather, and the weather is correct. You can either say even, okay, the weather, or you can also say the weather also. So you can use both of them, okay? Also or even could translate well to 날씨도. And then we have 좋고. So this is from the verb 좋다 that I told you earlier, right? The 3 levels of enjoyment. So in this case, does any of you guys remember what 초 would mean, right? If it comes from the verb 좋다. So in the 3 levels of enjoyment, which level would it be 좋다 on? So if you guys listen well to what I said earlier, you might be able to remember. So this one is just from the verb 좋다, which is the first level of enjoyment. So comment down below if you guys know what 좋다 would mean, okay? Thank you so much for the follow. I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, like it's okay, but not bad. Yes, you remembered exactly what I said. So, here, this is from the verb 좋다, to be good, okay? So here it has the purpose of an adjective. So it's the weather is nice or good, okay? So even the weather is good or even, or the weather is nice also. So you can translate that to those. Do you post those videos? So I'm not the one who posts those videos. It is from the content creator called Chesusu. However, you can find all of my Korean study live streams on YouTube. So normally I post it a couple of days after it is published. So if you guys are interested, the link is under my description to go subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in case you are not able to make it one day or you want to revisit some things that we have seen today, you will be able to find this Korean study live streams after probably tomorrow. So yes, small recap. So here, and then we have go. So go is always a way to say end in Korean. However, like I keep mentioning, go is only used with verbs, adjectives, or actions. So you will never see it paired with nouns. So you need to make sure that you use the right end when you are wanting to say end in Korean. So good, end. Okay, so the sentence continue right here. So this is an adjective. So that is why you can use go with it, and it is always glued to a word. So you will never see go just hanging out by himself alone. Ooh, thank you. I never have time for a live stream, so them being posted helps so much. Thanks. You're welcome. I started doing that because a lot of people have been requesting since going back to school, right? A lot of people are in school or at work, so they are not always able to make it. So that is why I started to post them on YouTube as well if you guys want to watch them. So here, go end, and then we have 단풍이, which is once again autumn leaves. So it is only used for autumn leaves. So you cannot use it for any other season. They created a word especially for this. We have 예뻐서. So does any of you guys know what 예뻐서 would mean? So we know that it is from the verb 예쁘다. However, there is the 서 that is added to it. So comment down below if you guys remember what 예뻐서 would mean. Comment down below while I drink a little bit of water. So what if 예뻐서 would mean? Comment down below if you guys want to try and guess what 예뻐서 would mean. So comment down below. I'm going to give you a few more seconds to try and guess what 예뻐서 would mean. So I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much for the like. So here, this is from the verb 예쁘다, to be pretty. However, the 서 particle, okay, adds something that Anne-Louise just got correctly. So whenever you add 서 to a verb or an adjective, okay, it becomes because. So she is not saying specifically because. However, since she is using that particle that she added to the adjective, we know that she wants to insinuate that it is the reason for something. So basically, this sentence is split into portion. So here, okay, remember that in Korean sentences, the cause or the reason of something always comes first, and then the result comes after. In English, it's the opposite. So you have the results and after the cause, but in Korean, it's the opposite. So it's basically saying that because the autumn leaves are pretty and the weather is also nice. Okay, so that would be how the first part of the sentence is translated. And then we have the result, which is 사람들이, 사람, which is person, 들 becomes plural, so it is people. Okay, multiple, more than one. When you add 들, 소풍을, so 소풍, she wrote that it is picnic. And then 가요 from the verb 가다, to go. So she is saying that because, okay, the autumn leaves are pretty and the weather is also good, okay, people go on picnics. So that would be how this sentence is translated. So there are a lot of distinctive words and also particle that changes the purpose, not the purpose, but the meaning of this sentence. So let me repeat everything one time. Okay, if you guys have any questions, okay, comment down below. But weather, also good, and autumn leaves, pretty, because, and also the saw is always found at the last part, okay, the ending of the first part of the sentence. So after you said the reason or the cause of something, you just had saw at the end and it becomes because. Okay, but it is always only used with a cause or a reason, okay? So you cannot just say saw for saying because, but there is no like cause or reason, okay? And it also needs a result, basically. So it's very rare that you will see this at the end of the sentence. Just a small, recap, okay? Pretty because people, picnic, going. So that is how you translate this sentence. So it is almost the end for this Korean studies session. However, do you guys want me to do one more sentence? Okay, comment down below if you guys want me to do one more sentence. I will do that. This sentence was a little bit more complicated, right, than the other one, since we had a lot of particles that kind of changed the meaning of the sentence. But comment down below if you guys want me to do one more sentence, and we will do one more before the end of this Korean studies session. One more? Okay, perfect. Since you guys asked, I'm going to be giving it to you. So let's continue with the last sentence for today.
저도 내일 캠핑을 갈 거예요. 가족하고 같이 갈 거예요.
Okay, so we might have time to do actually those two since they are very, very short. But let's start with the first one. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. So let me repeat those sentences together. Yes, that is kind of correct. So almost that's definitely. There is a small things that needs to be added to the sentence, but overall you got the translation correctly. So 저도 내일 캠핑을 갈 거예요. 가족하고 같이 갈 거예요. So let's repeat those sentences slower. 저도 내일 캠핑을 갈 거예요. 가족하고 같이 갈 거예요. Okay, so let's translate. We repeated enough of times. So we have 저도. Does any of you guys remember what 저도 would also mean? Oh, I just said the answer. Anyways, can you guys comment down below what 저도 would mean? Comment down below what 저도 would mean in English. Comment down below the translation to 저도. Okay, did you? Kind of. I said one of the two words. But comment down below what is the translation. Oh my god, I don't know how to speak at this time. 저도, what does that mean? I'm gonna give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are correct. So 저도 is from 저는, right? Me. And 또 from also. So it's kind of like me also. Or me too. Yeah, I guess that can work as well, Monica. So me too, me as well, me also, I also, all those words can work. 내일, which is tomorrow. Hello, Nia. Thank you so much for being here today. How are you doing? So 내일, tomorrow, we have 캠핑을. So once again, another Konglish word because Korean really loves to use English words. Oh my god, I understand those sentences. I love improvement. Oh, that is amazing. Congrats. That is amazing improvement whenever you are able to read sentences without translating, right? That is amazing. I'm amazing. What about you? I'm doing great. Thank you. Okay, so 캠핑을, which is camping. Once again, we know that it is camping. Okay, basically the same thing. 갈 거예요. So it is from the verb 갔다, which is to go. However, here there is 를, right? 을 거예요. So this is a specific tense in Korean verbs. Does any of you guys know which tense that would be? Comment down below which tense that would be, especially if we have 내일, which is tomorrow. Which tense would that be? So comment down below, right? Thank you so much for the like. Thank you. So comment down below, right? Which tense that would be. I see a lot of amazing answers. So you guys are correct. This is the future tense. So it basically means will be going. You can say that. So I also will be going camping tomorrow. So that would be how this sentence is translated. So let's quickly do this one down below. 가족하고 같이 갈 거예요. So 가족, what does 가족 mean? Comment down below what 가족 mean. If you want to try and guess what 가족하고 would mean as well, comment down below the answer either of just 가족 or 가족하고. Comment down below if you guys know the answer of that word. I'm going to give you the answer very, very soon. So comment down below. If you guys know the answer, I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are correct. So Nia, you're correct. Tiff, you're correct. Everyone is correct. Stefan also. But together, 가족하고 would be with my family. Anouise, bravo. So with my family. So 가족, family. 하고 can either mean with or and depending on the context of the sentence. However, in this case, it means with. So family, with. We have 같이, which is together. So it's basically saying that family with together, but in English you can say with my family. And then we have once again this verb, which is 갈 거예요. So what does 갈 거예요 means? Okay, so this is the last word of today. So I'm gonna repeat to try and see if you understood from this first part. So 갈 거예요, what does that mean? Comment down below what 갈 거예요 mean. So it is the same thing as above. Okay, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. So I'm trying to see if you guys remember what I said above. So I'm going to give you the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's basically saying will be going. Okay, so it is in the future tense. So it's basically saying that together with her family, okay, they will be going. So they will be going together with her family, basically. That would be a better way to translate that. I will also go camping tomorrow. I will go together with my family. Yes, that is correct, Nia. You understood correctly the meaning behind those two sentences. Thank you so much for the like. So sadly, that is gonna be the end for today. However, before we wrap up, I just want to give you a quick reminder that if you want to keep your Korean studies organized and structured, I have a Korean study planner that is of more than 40 pages of resources. So it's basically an all-in-one that is focusing on grammar and vocabulary learning. So if you are interested in it, it is in my bio. So it's very easy to use and it keeps all of your notes in one place so you don't have to you don't become lost and overwhelmed. So if you guys are interested, the link is under my description. So sadly, that will be the end for today. However, if you guys have any questions, okay, you can comment down below and I'm gonna respond very quickly before the end for today. Also, happy birthday again to Stefan. 생일 축하해요. I hope that you are having a wonderful day on your birthday and that you're having an amazing time today as well. So it's very fun that we are having Korean study session on your birthday. Translating is so hard. Like, yes, I know what it means, but I can't translate it. Yes, I completely understand. Even myself, to be honest, when I started these Korean study session in January, I understood like most of it. But if you continue to do that, right, consistently, you will get better at understanding the meaning of the sentence, because sometimes even if you understand each word, it's hard to put them in a sentence, right? But the more you practice like that, the easier it's gonna get. So I got my first ever task to study better. Oh, that is amazing. I hope that you will like this task as well. Happens to me too. So yes, I really suggest you practice those, okay? So it's gonna get easier. Did you upload the 받침 sheets? I'm sorry to bother. I'm just curious because I haven't had time recently. No, I haven't uploaded it yet because it is not completed. So I did the first part, but I haven't finished it completely. So once it is up, I'm gonna let you guys know. However, tomorrow I will be filming a video about 받침 that I will put on my account next week. So I will be posting a video explaining a little bit more about 받침 next week, so stay tuned about that, and hopefully by next week I will have the sheet done as well. Wow, my name is Audrey too. Oh really? That is amazing to have another Audrey. The emoji, what day? What day am I gonna post it? Is that what you're asking about? So the emoji of the day, what could it be? I know. Okay, so I know what this emoji for today is gonna be. Take your time, of course, no rush. Yes, 받침 is super hard for me. Okay, so the video and the sheet, I'm not sure when I'm gonna be posting it. So it will be sometimes next week, but I don't know exactly which day. So if you want to make sure to not miss it, you can activate the bell over on my profile to get a notification each time I post or go live, so that you make sure to not miss that as well. I offer private Korean tutoring 101. So last week I worked with one of my students on 받침. So if you guys are interested as well, I can help you personally 101 and to have a private Korean tutoring with me. The link is under the description as well if you guys are interested. So yes, the emoji for today is gonna be the autumn leaves, okay? Because it is the theme for today. So this little emoji in the title, okay? This is the emoji of the day that is highlighted in pink. So if you guys are not familiar what are emojis of the day, it's basically next time that you either see one of my videos on your For You page, you can comment this emoji and I will know that you guys were there today. Or also in my next Korean study session, which is tomorrow, if you comment that emoji as well, I will know that you guys were there yesterday. So it's basically a little secret code that we have between each other to... Will you do the intermediate videos by Chesusu or stay with the beginner ones? Eventually, I might try and do the intermediate ones. It's just a lot of people have been beginners in my Korean study session, so that's why I think it was easier for me to do that since a lot of people were beginner. But if you guys want some challenges and would like me sometimes to do intermediate ones, I can switch between those two as well, if you guys are interested. So yes, the emoji for today is the autumn leaves. So next time you either see my face, my content anywhere, okay, you can comment this emoji and I will know that you were here today as a secret code, okay? So it changes each time. So make sure to join us each Korean study session to know the emoji of the day. But if you are not able to come, okay, and study with us each time, I also post each Korean study session on my YouTube channel that is also linked under my description. So basically all you gotta know is that everything that is important is linked in the description under my my bio. So that is the most important things to remember. So do you guys have any more questions? If not, that will be the end for today. However, we will see each other once again tomorrow at the same time. So if you guys are interested, I will be going live once again tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST time zone, which is basically an hour ago from now on. And we will be continuing this podcast and hopefully finishing it because, yes, can't wait for tomorrow's study session. Yay, I'm happy. Hopefully you will be able to make it tomorrow as well. And thank you so much for everyone that has been joining each time and also the new people. Really, really appreciate it. I see the same names again and again, and I'm very, very grateful for everyone that, stops in their day and spend this hour with me. So very, very grateful. 너무 고마워요, 우리 스파클링 친구. So I will be seeing you tomorrow since no one seems to have any more questions. So 고마워요, 스파클링 친구. 안녕히 계세요, 여러분. 내일 봐요. 안녕. 안녕.